So today I'm taking my new bike out to get some photos of it, and also just to take it for a ride to try to start to get used to it. I picked it up last week. It's a 2016 60th anniversary R6. Completely different to what I'm used to. Before this, if you didn't know, I was riding a Ninja 650, a 2020, and I absolutely loved it. That was such a beautiful bike. Super comfy seating position. This one is a lot more aggressive and quite a decent bit taller as well. So I did take it to a little car park warehouse area yesterday just to practice some start stopping and some turning to try to get a little bit more used to the bike before I take it on the road. But feeling pretty good. I need to practice my turns still. Turning's completely different to the 650 obviously, because it is a super sport, whereas the Ninja 650 is a sport tourer. Basically feel like I'm just learning to ride all over again. The bike is pretty tall for me as well, but it's still a manageable height. I just need to get used to it. Even in the shoes that I'm wearing now, which give me about an inch of height, I'm still on my toes. So quick. It's really back to the basics with this bike. My old bike was 2020 model, so it had all the new tech and everything. This is a 2016, so very much back to the basics. Whoopsies. Still getting used to the clutch. Very, very different to my old bike. As you can see from the dash, the only features that it really shows is temperature of the bike, trip, revs, speed, and time. It doesn't have a fuel gauge or a gear indicator, but it does obviously have a fuel light that will come on when it's low. It comes on when there's about 5 litres left in the tank, which is still pretty good. Obviously, plenty of time. I am pretty on my tiptoes, but that's okay. I got to get those toe gains up. I can't remember what gear I'm in. My first bike was a Ninja 300 and it didn't have a gear indicator either, and I got so used to it and I could remember so easily what gear I was in. And then I got my 650 and that did have a gear indicator as well as a ton of other tech, so I was a bit spoiled with that bike, honestly. I definitely lost the skill of remembering what gear I was in a little bit there, but we're going to be practicing that again with this bike. I'm pretty sure I'm in 4th now. I could be wrong. We're about to stop, we'll find out. 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Oh no, I went down 2, so I was in 5th. I definitely need to practice my body position with this bike in terms of how aggressive the seating position is, because I'm not used to it. I'm a bit too reliant on my wrists at the moment, and I need to practice getting off of them a bit. Otherwise, they're going to start to hurt. Okay, let's see if I can take off without stalling. Nailed it. I got this bike with some goodies already done to it, which is good as well. It doesn't have an aftermarket exhaust, but the exhaust has been shortened, which the guy I bought it off said pretty much it's just for looks. It doesn't make it louder, but that's totally fine with me at the moment, honestly, because my 650 has such a loud exhaust and it was so much fun to have, but by the end of it I swear I was going a little bit deaf. So especially because I have to learn this bike, it's nice to be able to hear it. Makes it easier to learn that way. It came with ASV levers, a tail tidy, which is good, and only 13,000 kilometers. I don't have it up at the moment. I have trip A up just to see how many kilometers I get out of a tank. But yeah, 13,000 kilometers, really well taken care of. I've chucked some Oggy knobs on it just for a bit of protection in case I do fall over. It's also got some aftermarket LED indicators, which are a little bit smoked, so they look pretty cool too. I really hope we're not about to ride into some rain right here. One thing that I have noticed is that this bike does not like going slow. Even in the car park yesterday, just practicing some turns, it was heating up so quick, and then once you're obviously going a little bit faster, it starts to cool down. Just double checking, I haven't really caught anything heavy. Oh yeah, I see. Oh yeah, that's fine. Can you move my bike so I can go straight, please? Not have to do a sharp turn.
Yeah.
Oh. Despite this bike being 4 years older than my previous bike and having way less modern tech, it is so much smoother. That's just the beauty of 4 cylinders, that they are just so smooth. Something that's really great that I haven't had to get used to on this bike is that it's basically the exact same weight as my Ninja 650. I actually think that this bike, after a quick Google search, is 1 kilogram lighter than my 650. So it really has helped getting used to the size of the bike, with it being the exact same weight of the bike that I'm already used to. So really the main things that I'm getting used to is obviously the different handling and then the height of it. It is super smooth though, and it's so much fun. I'm really looking forward to when I'm like completely used to the bike and I can just have some fun on it. Focus on having fun on it. Zach's pretty chuffed with me getting an R6 because he just got a free R6 basically, and he's mentioned that it was his like childhood dream bike, so he's pretty happy with my purchase. He's almost as happy with my purchase as I am. I'm not sure if this was the fastest way. There was another way we could have gone, which we usually go, and I think that was the faster way, if I'm being honest. I'm definitely getting in plenty of practice stopping with this bike with all the lights that we've gotten stopped at today. I'm getting a little bit sore in my wrists and in my neck. My helmet's a little bit heavy, especially with my camera on the front of it, just because it also is a little bit big for me. My wrists are getting sore and my neck. So quick, so smooth. I love it. Ah. Pretty.